Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name is Ohak Cade. I'm the composer for the symphonic metal project Valcata, and this is part 2 of our BAND-MAID marathon, where we're checking out the songs Hate live, Forbidden Tale music video, and Shambles live. If you missed part 1, the link to part 1 is in the description, as well as a link to my entire BAND-MAID reaction playlist. I'm also on Patreon if you fancy your own reaction requests and benefits. Alright, let's move straight into Hate. This was a highly requested one, maybe the most highly requested song that I got from you guys, so this should be interesting. Straight into it. This song is really sick. Probably the most metal track I've heard since Ready to Rock, so it makes sense that you guys recommended this one to me a lot, since I am like a metalhead. I love the heavier tracks, and this one is really feeding me. First thing I'm noticing is that Psyche sounds better than she did in the previous 2 live performances in this marathon. I think maybe just the vocal melodies of the song itself suit her voice better. I don't think there's any drastic changes to her technique, but to my ears she just sounds better on this song. That's just my personal opinion. So she's killing it here. I love how we entered this song with so much energy with that really sick riff. That would sound so huge if you were actually there. I also thought the pre-chorus was really interesting because the guitars were so melodic and the drums so complex. You're almost getting a jazzy feel from the drums there. The melodic guitars combined with her voice give you a lot to digest on multiple listens. And I also like how the complexity of that part contrasts well with some of the more straightforward grooves in the song, like in the chorus and in the intro. Really cool. Let's keep it going. Love this pre-chorus. Wow, the bass, the drums. Love this part. Get it. I love how this back and forth with the bass and the guitar, I guess this is something they do kind of frequently, since we got this call and response in the previous song too, but I like how in this song they're doing it while the drums are forward moving and active. There's some room for the drumming to have presence in this part as well. The song hasn't lost momentum, maintaining the hype. Lovely melody there on the bass. You know what? I'm not much of a bass guy myself, but there's something about Misa's bass parts that does something to me. Normally in bands where they do these back and forth between the bass and the guitar parts catch my ear more. I guess because it's easier to hear the melody on them. But the tone of her bass is so warm and fat and perfect. And combined with her style of playing, it's really quite musical. So my attention is going all the way over there. And even when the guitarist here, I believe, is Kanami, even when Kanami is playing, I'm kind of eager to get back to Misa's part. Kanami's parts stand out to me more when they're incorporated with the full band also. So if they're engaging in some healthy competition here for attention, I gotta say Misa is taking the cake from me. Although I'm sure it's all in good fun. They're not competing, it's just playing around with the music, of course. See, this is a beautiful part where Kanami is shining. And she's got the support of the rest of the band. Very, very nice. I loved, again, the use of repetition at the end to enhance the rising climax and just make it super catchy. And I really enjoyed Psyche's performance a lot more than the previous songs. She is a vocalist really that performs with the true spirit of rock, where every note doesn't have to be perfect. She lets out an uncontrolled yell, a little bit of a random wild scream. She's got that ferocity in the singing, the fun factor, the stage presence. Really fantastic performer. Let's move on to the next song. This is going to be a music video for Forbidden Tale.
遥か遠く生まれる前から紡いでるストーリー今は遠く見えなくても I can feel you by my side たと
I like this one so far. Okay, we're just staying relentless, aren't we? So this song has everything that they are really known for, or what I know that they're known for so far. You got the catchy riffs, the tight musicianship. What really intrigued me was the intro, the musicality of the intro.
遥か遠く生まれる前から紡いでるストーリー今は遠く見えなくて
Those heavenly guitars combined with her voice, and then this curious groove that comes in here.
たとえ暗闇で一人になってもいつもここで
That really grabs me, I gotta say. When we dived into their more, I guess, quote-unquote typical sound, the fast-paced rock, it's not that I was disappointed, of course, but it's just that I was kind of intrigued by the slower vibe, maybe because all of this intense rock is making my ears a little bit tired at this point, so maybe this song is at a disadvantage in that way, because it's towards the end of the marathon, and my ears would have been fresher for this song, of course, if I had started with it. But I can't fault this song yet. I particularly like Psyche's vocals on it. Let's see how it progresses. I love those vocal harmonies on that note, really cool. The guitars during this verse are insane. You can sort of hear them there, almost like that classical piece, Flight of the Bumblebee, where it sounds like a bee buzzing. Just mind-blowing. Once again, Kanami stealing the show. Nice little jazzy break there. I think that might be my favorite part of the song is the end of the chorus there. Let me hear your voice. It's so wholesome sounding. All right, really serving the vocals here. This is a reprise of the intro, isn't it? I really love that, how they brought that groove back. I really think the song needed that, actually. So, I have some mixed feelings about this track, but I can tell you right now that they're mostly positive. This might be the prettiest song I've heard from them so far, the most beautiful song melodically. Especially vocally, the vocal lines really leaned into a sort of fantastical power ballad-esque melody at times. So that really enraptured me. It was a nice change of pace for me, especially in this marathon. I mentioned how I wasn't like crazy about how we immediately went into the hard rock, the same type of hard rock that we had been experiencing in the previous songs in the marathon. So when we reached the bridge and there was such a focus on just beautiful vocals throughout the bridge and throughout the final chorus, I was living for that. That was really, really nice. And therefore, this may be my favorite song by them. It's weird because when it started towards the beginning middle, I was thinking to myself, this might be my least favorite so far. But it was really the bridge and how everything transitioned beautifully into the final chorus. It reprised the intro as well to tie everything together, and we're left with an amazing track. I did say I have some mixed feelings. One of those points of criticism that I would have is that those harder rock moments, for example, this really nasty guitar riff, while I love this riff by itself, I think the transition back into it is a bit tonally awkward, and that's kind of why I laughed at the end there. It just feels like we're in such an ascending emotional space here, right? So then going into the badass riffs, it's like, why do that? I'd like for those riffs to mirror the emotion of those beautiful vocal parts more closely. That would make the song feel like more of a cohesive whole. But like all of the emotion in parts like this more than make up for that. And it also makes me really want to see how Psyche handles this song live too, because this is a very vocally focused track, and you really would want your technique to be on point to handle these kinds of vocals live. I'm sure that she could do it, but I suspect also that maybe she might want to follow this song or precede this song with an instrumental so she can sort of manage that energy properly. Okay, really interesting marathon, really interesting band so far, loving it. We have one song left, which is Shambles, and this was another very highly requested track, so probably a really appropriate one to end the marathon on. Let's go, the longer one. Starting with a drum solo, okay. All right. That was smooth. So the rhythm guitarist's name is Miku. This is a sort of a rhythm guitar based drum section here. Letting that chord ring out. This song is pretty badass. That's kind of what I get from it. It's really leaning into the badass riffing, traditional hard rock atmosphere with a slight bright lift in the chorus into something more melodic, but it's very bluesy, very just gritty rock. This song would definitely be fun to witness live, just purely based on the energy that it gives off. I don't know if I would listen to this one in studio form, because I am more drawn to some of their more sophisticated songwriting with a little bit more complexity. This one is really kind of very straightforward, to my ears anyway. I do have to compliment Psyche's vocals on this again. It seems that she really has her footing in these later songs of the marathon rather than the previous ones. And it makes sense because there's room in the vocal melody in the chorus, for example, for her voice to comfortably ring out. You know, those extended notes gives her a little bit of breathing room. It's not so quick fire with the lyrics. And by the way, regarding the lyrics, I do apologize that I'm not discussing what each song is about. I do plan on doing some full album reactions for this group, and I think when I do the album reactions, I'll discuss the lyrics more because I do feel the lyrics are more of a part of like a listening experience rather than the live experience, which is what we're getting mostly here. So let me know what album you'd like me to react to. I believe the one I'm gonna do is, what's it called? Unseen World, because there's no song on that album, correct me if I'm wrong, that I have covered in this marathon, so it will all be new to me. But yeah, sorry for that tangent. Let's continue with this one and see how it develops. I do really like the rhythm of this verse. Very, very groovy. Where are we going here? Interesting. Psyche sounds really good on this performance. Really, really good. I want to discuss this song a little more once we get the final crash. Nice. So my favorite part of this performance was Psyche's voice. She really sounded very comfortable, very confident, killing it, absolutely killing it. really sounding noticeably less tense than the earlier songs in the marathon. It could just be me though. It could be just that I'm getting used to her technique and I'm settling into how her voice sounds. But let me know if you guys think she sounds better on this song than on Puzzle, for example. Overall, I would say this song might be my least favorite of the marathon, for the reasons that I gave earlier, where it's like kind of going for a more straightforward rock thing. This solo is actually a good example of what I'm talking about. So that's a really nice sounding solo, but I guess, you know, with the chord progression and everything, it's very much giving sort of like, I don't know, rock bar, right? Night out at your local rock bar. It's fun, but it's not sparking my imagination like a lot of their compositions do. Even the part right after it sparks more imagination for me. This part right here, where you can hear like little music box sounds or little bells or something. You know, you're getting images of like a starry sky and stuff. I love that type of thing. And I feel like that aesthetic is clashing a little bit with the more grounded, down and dirty rock bar aesthetic. And we really are getting into subjective territory here. I'm sure to some listeners, these two sounds go together very well. To me, they're a bit jarring. Like, this sounds so badass and almost masculine, whereas we were just in a space that was quite fairy-like and fantastical, you know what I'm saying? Very creative mix of sounds, of course, but it really depends on who you're asking whether that works or doesn't. But as far as their competence as performers go, their stage presence, their musical skill, their technicality, I'm so impressed. They're so fun to watch, and I definitely discovered some new favorites in this marathon. Most notably, I would say Forbidden Tale and probably Hate and Don't You Tell Me also. I think those were the three songs that were my favorite, but I definitely found something to enjoy in every single one of these tracks, and I really look forward to that album reaction now. So do let me know if Unseen World is the album reaction you'd like to see. If not, totally open to hearing other ideas from you. Let me know your thoughts on these songs and of my analysis, and do be sure to check out my BAND-MAID reaction playlist down in the description. Again, my name is Oha Cade. I'm the composer for the symphonic metal project Valcata. There's also a link to check out our music down below, and there's also a link to my full reaction database spreadsheet if you're curious about all of the other music I've covered on the channel. Otherwise, please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Thanks so much and take care.